Hey guys, today I will cover the second part of the Star Wars diorama. My theme is the wrecked TIE interceptor on the beach. Before I get started, I want to answer one of the most frequent questions about Jakku desert video, and that is, when will the table be ready? I sent that diorama to a workshop that specializes in custom tables. They have already completed the first stage and have poured epoxy resin into the diorama. The idea is that diorama will stand in the table center. There's nothing I can do except be patient and wait. I'll keep you all updated. Just a quick announcement about the upcoming videos. First will be the detailed process of creating a kaiju from the Pacific Rim movie from the polymer clay. That's the easiest and least expensive way of making a sea that's still super realistic. Then I'll have another video about Star Wars. This time is the destroyed AT-AT walker. The technique of making the sea is something totally different. It's made entirely from epoxy with a partially submerged walker. If you have suggestions about which part of the sea or water to make, add it to the comments. I'll choose the coolest ideas and bring them to life. Let's get back to cutting the diorama base from Penaplex. As usual, I'm cutting with the hot knife. It's faster and gives an even cut. I'm gluing 2 layers of Penaplex at 2 cm each. I cut the surface on the beach with a knife and make slight depression for the cabin crew. The beach will feature a small cliff top. I make a plaster cast and paint it a primary color, painting unevenly on purpose. From now on, I will only be using different colored washes. I'll start with a dark grey, then a blue, then I'm adding a brown. The trick is to get it all flow randomly and fill all the recesses and folds. As soon as it dries, I take a brush and use white paint to highlight all the edges. The cliff will obtain volume and look realistic. As always, I will use sculptor mold from Emako for modeling the ground. I mix it with the water and apply it to the Penaplex. After drying, the sculptor mold will stick to the Penaplex base with a death grip. I made in stones right away, and they will also be firmly fastened. Let's put the ship into the recess, and as soon as the mixture dries a bit, I'll take the ship out. I'm left with a precise imprint which will help orient me during the final stages. The sea base will be made from epoxy resin. First I'm painting the bottom with the color of the future sea. The magic lies in the fact that the painted bottom will mimic sea gradients just right, from dark blue to pale blue beside the shore. I'm spreading glue on the shore and cover it with the sand. To ensure that the sand attaches firmly and not a single grain lost, I add liquid woodland cement glue. Let's use acrylic paint to imitate wet sand and attach the ship. Now I'm using a material from woodland to simulate seaweed. It attaches easily to the glue. All you have to do is apply glue to the necessary surface and sprinkle some turf. You can blow off anything that didn't attach, or just remove it with a brush. I'm coating the moth with glue and attaching it to the ship. I'm going to use plexiglass for the formwork. Now I'm attaching it with the hot glue. Let's mix the epoxy resin in 1:35 ratio in 2 glasses. By adding pigment, they turn different colors. One will have a dark blue color and the other one will be a more aquamarine hue. Both mixtures get poured onto the diorama. I pour the epoxy in 2 layers, adding the second one only after the first one has hardened. This type of epoxy resin hardens super slowly, so you don't get any issues with bubbles. It's time to remove the formwork, and as you can see, the plexiglass detaches easily from the resin. It just has some masking tape, which I'll have no problem getting off later. I want to make a pair of long waves with the foam, and I will use epoxy to draw the foam. I'm sure you have all heard that this technique is called art resin. First, I will fix the tape with glue. Now we will pour transparent epoxy, and with a thin stream of white epoxy, I draw a line by the shore. Then I inflate it through a straw and correct with a toothbrush. Let's repeat the process behind the ship. I pull out the white epoxy with paper and finish it off with a toothbrush. There is a bit of material from woodland left for ripples. Using a stick, I apply it to the surface of the epoxy. The material is finicky and you have to make it a real effort for it to take on the right shape. While it dries, you have to fine-tune the form constantly, so the surface stays even. I'm going to use vape cotton balls for the foam. To test it out, I have decided to try substituting a special mix from woodland called Water Effects for glue. It helps mimic splashes and waterfalls. It has a creamy consistency and becomes transparent after it dries. Let's mix it with cotton and attach it near the shore. I stretch the cotton so that it looks like a foam. There should be more foam here, and it should smoothly transition into splashes. After it dries, I add a bit of white to the foam. Now I can simulate the oncoming water and make a third wave. With a white brush and long strokes, I use a Mod Podge glue to make strips. Where there is more glue, I inflate it with an airbrush. After it dries, I will take on a realistic texture. All the sections with foam and the ship body beside the water are coated with a glossy glue to look like a water surface. The glue has dried already and looks transparent, so I just have to add texture to the oncoming waves. I draw the line on the second wave with the white paint. I have decided to add a stormtrooper to the beach. Because I rushed things, I missed that there should be a skeleton under the suit also, and it shouldn't be so puffy. But what is done is done. With a dry brush dipped in the dark grey, let's finish up the beach. This adds an extra volume to the relief. Let's add some plants too. I polish the epoxy to a transparent consistency with the machine and 3M polishing paste. Now I'll paint the Panaplex black and add my logo. It's all ready and I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time!